That's why I'm retarded. Right. I'm retarded. Right. Looks like I should be good. Right. I'm retarded. Right. Looks like I should be good. Alright, so welcome to episode 7 of the WUHcast. I'm gonna be doing shit solo today, because I pretty much set this myself to like steal and shit. I'm doing this solo, because it's better for me doing it solo, because I'm the one that's experienced more in Charlie than anything else. Right now, we are talking about the Charlie experiences. Alright. So with Charlie, right? So when 1.0 came out, Voxel, when 1.0 came out, it was a big deal. A very big deal. When it was such a big deal that they had to make 3 different shards. Shard 1, they had to make another one. They just brought back Shard 2. Only because at the time of 1.0, so like, God, I forgot how long ago that was. So like during 1.0, there was like 11k, like 11k players. Peak, by the way. It was so fucking bad that they had to restart servers multiple times. Sure, this is 1.0. All the vets from both the colonials and the veterans came back. Yada yada yada. But the only problem with that is that unlike the concurring players that do play the game constantly, like every day. God, I feel sorry for those fuckers. The older members, like if they stop playing, let's say before or after arms race, just imagine they stop playing there. You will be so overwhelmed with so much shit that you wouldn't know what the fuck to do with life, because they added so much content after arms race, after everything. So if you're a veteran, right, in your head, you'd be like, what in the fuck am I doing here? And that's that. If it's new players, because of course in beforehand, there's always the trickle in of new players. They come in, they play a game every 1 hour, then they stop playing the game after that because of the community. But if new players coming in, they're also like the same with the veterans. They're overwhelmed. They're new players, yeah, but similar to the veterans, they're overwhelmed with so much shit that it's almost laughable. Because during Dev Branch, before 1.0 released, a lot of people were testing shit out. When 1.0 released, everything, well, I don't know because I didn't do all the facilities and shit, but from what I understand, and from what I heard, and read every single time, because I don't really read Reddit, who cares, go fuck yourself game, is that the facilities broke Logi. And they still do. They still break Logi. Because they forget that it's player driven, right? They want this to be so player driven that they're making the facilities. Yes, that's good. The State Deathband wants this to be player driven. But the only problem is that they made it so tedious. So fucking tedious that it makes people not fucking do Logi. Like not do anything. Which is kind of sad, because if you don't have people doing Logi, the game doesn't work anymore. And then we have all these fucking toxic shit that still happens. Then after 1.0's fucking just evaporated into flames and hellfire for both sides, no one's gonna play anymore because, hey, I'm back, and now this War 100, now people are coming back, but at the same time, after this, people are just gonna stop playing the game. By this point in time, the community, the minority of the crybabies will still fucking play because they're like, I want to play a game. They don't have a life. The majority of players will stop playing the game by War 100 or after 100. That's a simple fact. Because by this point in time, it's not 2023, it's been 5-6 years since Foxhole released on Steam. I'm not talking about Greenlight, Steam. And it's been 2016, 2014, 2015 is when the alpha. So keep in mind, if you've been around 2015, and by this point in time, because you're playing through all the other updates, then you reach War 100, you're done with life. You're done with Foxhole. You wouldn't want to touch Foxhole in a long time. Sure, you want to stay. Sure, you just hop on every once in a while, but in general honesty, you wouldn't be playing seriously at all. That is really the major problem. 100%. Because they really want the thing is, yeah, like I said, they want players to play. The depression of players, the depreciation of players literally dropped by almost 60 to 80%. Keep in mind, almost 12K players played Foxhole at peak. Now we are back to pre 1.0 numbers. We are at 1.5K. They had to close down 2 shards. Well, shard 2, not shard 2. They actually had to close down 2 shards to make sure that the player base is in one server. One of that is also cost saving, because why the fuck do you have almost 3 things worth of space for the servers? But there's no point for you to pay all of that server space if no one's gonna play on those servers, which is kind of bad, which kind of sucks in a way. But I digress. That pretty much forces Shard 3, which is what I'm going to talk about after my rant, Shard 3 to adapt and overcome the culture of Shard 1. Shard 2 had the experience, let's just say that. But Shard 3, because a lot of people that play Shard 1 are understandably tired of Foxhole and all the garbage that happens in it. Go to Shard 3 for vacation, quote unquote, or just want to have fun. I went to Shard 3. I had fun. That's it. It was much better. Albeit it's a bit, it's still a Wild West, but now it's closed. It's funny. Now most of Shard 3 actually stopped. I think most of Shard 3 players either stopped playing the game or stopped doing anything, or just didn't like Shard 1, which is understandable. I don't mind that. On the next point is that having fun in a video game is essential, really essential, to for the longevity of your game. Yeah, sure, people like the game, but do they actually like the game? Because the difference between like and actually like. People that actually like the game don't play the game anymore. People that like the game slave their life to it. People are fucking fighting over facilities and oil. We have gone to that point where we are fighting over oil. That is stupid. I didn't know we were fucking, reliving Iraq. What is the fucking point? I'm serious. What is the point of fucking doing all of this shit, all these resources, but not give, resource scarcity is one of them, by the way. But the only problem is, when you have too scarce of a resource, you have people fighting each other, which happens multiple times after the facility is released. people kept fighting over oil. Wow, I didn't really know I was gonna fucking put some modern history into this, but it's fine. If it's like coal, scrap, components, or anything else, that's fine. It's just the oil. It's unironically just the oil. Everyone fights for it. There have been fucking clashes between like regiments and clans, like over public oil. Like, this is our oil. No, it's our oil. It's stupid. It's actually stupid. Like, I want to fucking strangle motherfuckers that say that. Like, come on. Like, if you want to be a detriment to the team, be a detriment to the team. Don't be like, I'm gonna be a detriment to the team because I feel like it. Because when you're a detriment to the team, everyone's gonna fucking blame you, and everyone did blame you. It's not any specification to anyone, because this happens to every single game ever. There's always that one fucking dickhead that wants to be a detriment to the team because he just felt like it, or for some reason. He didn't feel like it. It's more like he didn't get his fun. He's the spoiled brat of the gaming group. No one likes entitled fucks. It's simple. Like, no one likes entitled fucks. But when they do, oh, buddy. You know what we do to entitled fucks? We fucking stab them. In the game, of course. But, you know, there's of course a lot of shit happening in Fox. So which granted happens a lot in video games. Like, it happens everywhere. Like, it's not primarily Foxhole. But Foxhole kind of highlights the intensity of it because it's such a small niche community. It's a community of like 5,000 or less, by the way. Like, committed Foxhole players. I mean, Foxholers. Like, no. Like, even then, if you're actually committed, it's like roughly around 1,000 to 2,000 players. Give or take. Plus or minus here and there. That's big, but it's not big compared to other games. Because in Foxhole, in this game, there's such a mentality, and it's such a realistic mentality. Actually, it's unironically realistic. It's because it feels like because people think it's fucking real life. Like, that is the funny part. Like, it is the real life. So when I went to Shard 3, now back to Shard 3. I went to Shard 3, everything was fine. I would explain to this on other shards, but when I went to Shard 3, I was called out as an alt, which is really funny, and it's still funny to this day. Because people thought it was Shard 1. When 1.0 released, you couldn't go to Shard 1 immediately. You had to, because if you went to Shard 1, it would be wait in queue or play now. Most people, like myself, most people will play now. I think most new players will play now. When that happened, a lot of people will be like, yes, this is Shard 1 now. I was like, it's not. It's not Shard 1. Shard 3. And the problem with that is that when you have a community like this, when you have new blood coming in, they're gonna be very like annoyed by the toxicity. The one game I can compare with the amount of toxicity when it comes to this game is actually League. But I haven't played League in years, so the other game I can compare to is TF2. Team Fortress, not Titanfall. Team Fortress 2 had. It's funny because if you've been in the TF2 community long enough, for like, let's see, a couple years, if you like 1 or 2 years is fine, but it's not enough time. I've been in the TF2 community since like 2011, I think, and I've seen a lot of toxic shit. But the bad toxicity and the positive the toxicity of positive and negative kind of really almost counterweighs each other, because there's toxic people that hate you for your guts, and there's toxic people that love you on all the guts. So it kind of balances this weird dichotomy where like both positive and negative toxicity like coincide together. This is why TF2 is one of the few games that has a that's why TF2 is such a loved and a game that has that has earned its longevity for this longest time. Because the community loves the game. Sure, it's not balanced, there's stuff like that, but it's because you have to experience it. Like, you actually have to experience playing the video game to understand why people like it. I played it, but I haven't played it in years. I haven't played it in like 2 years now. It's because it's just the feeling. Like there's times on official servers where like it stops, and people just have fun and stuff like that. And people can still have fun even when they're like fucking screaming at each other, like saying racist shit, which is funny. But we all know it's a game. It's a video game. But that's not a thing in Foxhole. In Foxhole, there's factionalism is a pain in the ass. Due to factionalism, the game will not reach the casual community. Like, they want this to reach more casual people, like more people. The only problem is that all the old vets are trying to push their ideals, everything onto the new people. But it's impossible because the new people play other games and they're in other fandoms. They have seen all the toxicity. When they see Foxhole, they will pretty much compare how toxic this is to other games. And if Foxhole is more toxic to a comparatively toxic game, they will play the least toxic. It's literally the lesser of two evils. Sure, yeah, there's a lot of good people in this game, but it's just that the bad ones get highlighted more compared to the good ones. That's the problem. When the bad ones get highlighted more than the good ones, you're screwed. Like, you're ultimately fucked. This is why I've said multiple times, I never recorded this, but I said this to multiple people at the time. It's like the devs want half the community to leave. And then that's happened before. People just straight up leave, and the game is not fun anymore. There are times after 1.0 where the colonials want the wardens to come back. But the only thing is, they're not coming back. You know why? It's because the game is not fun anymore. The game was never fun. You had to make your own fun. People can make their own fun. Like they can have fun doing Logi, truck, and whatever the fuck. I, myself, doesn't matter which chart it is, I have the most fun literally sitting on my ass and on the front line just talking to people. Literally, that's the most fun I had in this game ever. Literally just talking to fucking random ass idiots on the fucking front line in this bunker base while getting goddamn nated by the CGC. I almost said Chinese people, but they are Chinese people playing this game, and they're playing it on PC bangs. But like, yeah, there's all of this shit. There's mammon rushes and everything. Sure, it's fun to like do all this fancy schmancy shit, but that's only like a tiny portion of the fucking gameplay. Most of the time, if not 99% of the time, you're doing fucking nothing. You're literally sitting there getting the fuck ready. It's called the sit around wait game for nothing. It's like the actual army, where you literally sit around and wait, where it's 90% fun, 90% work, 10% fun. Or, well, no, it was 95% work, 5% fun. That's the thing. That's the problem. It's really the problem. So, other I've been ranting, I think it's just going to be called Lenny Rant episode. I think I might change it to Lenny Rant, honestly. That's why I might feel like it. So with Charlie, right? There's a lot of new people, and I've seen a lot of new people, and it was pretty nice. Like, it was actually pretty nice seeing new new fresh blood on the front line. Like, it was pretty nice to see them, yada yada yada. It was pretty nice to teach them stuff, albeit I'm a medic. I don't teach them anything other than when to not heal the enemy, not to heal your friends, because there's a sniper right there. Do not look at him. Do not look at your ally. Just wait for the sniper to either die or you're brave enough to go there and grab him. Whew! I just ate. Sorry, guys. It's gonna be like an hour long. It's just gonna be like an hour long rant. Wouldn't surprise me. So with Charlie, it was pretty fun, meeting new people and having seen all these new regiments being popped up in Charlie and stuff like that, so that they can get used to the game. Blah 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 blah. Then I see all the other stuff, and it's pretty fun. It was ATAC gaming. Me and myself in common, we did ATAC, and it was fun. It was actually fun. We killed a lot of tanks and a lot. Not only tanks, but we killed a lot of vehicles in Lockmore. It was fun. It was actually good. We just fucking destroyed the region's tank corps, and that's about it. We killed a lot of tanks, and the ATAC survived all that. And then as time moves on, they learned quick. The only problem is they learned too quick, which is something I'm fine with that, but at the same time, when you force your noobs to learn, when you're forced to learn in a game that has no instructions, and you had to depend on a veteran or a person that played, let's say, a modicum of amount of hours. I'm not gonna say one number, just a modicum amount of hours. You're not gonna fucking do anything. Really. But that's it. There's just no point. Just honestly, there's no point, because when you force your noobs to learn, it's like Arma. At least Arma has controls, has a systems menu to actually controls, and there's videos. Well, technically, it's been years. It's years of Give me a sec, guys. Alright, there. Yeah, it was just a bot. This is a fucking bot. Alright, so, back to, what was I even talking about? I completely forgot. God, oh no, the controls, tutorials and stuff. The tutorial area in Foxhole is just garbage, and you can tell how old the tutorial area is when it's only 5 things. They're not gonna change it. I know they're gonna change. I know they're not gonna change it, and I know you're not. I know you know that they're not gonna change it. That's the problem. Problem is, why the fuck are they not changing it? Well, I know. It's because they're working on Anvil, the medieval voxel. It's just not gonna work. When it's not gonna work, it's not gonna fucking work. Just simple as that. Simple. I should do a short. There should be a short one. Should I just name this WUHcast short and do like the next month? Or when he gets on, I actually do it? I guess I can do WUHcast shorts, but it's not really shorts, quote unquote. It's just more or less, it's just a video form. I could just post it on fucking, on YouTube, but it's fine. I'm just gonna keep going. Was it? Oh, yeah, Charlie. Yeah, it's pretty nice to see like new players doing stuff, but the only problem is that it's new players. And when you have new players, oh, buddy, it's a wonderful experience. Also a very, not traumatic, but just a very difficult experience. Because imagine you have a tank, right, or an ATAC, or anything that's tracked or heavy. You're on the front line. You put mines on, anticipating an enemy tank attack, mechanized attack. But then you see friendly tanks in front of you. But you make the conscious decision to put mines behind a friendly tank, just so that is to stop the enemy tank. But the problem is the friendly tank needs to come in for, repairs and ammo. What if we run out of ammo? We don't want to go through the enemy tanks because we don't have ammo to kill the tanks, and we don't have enough armor to withstand the fucking attacks from the tanks. There's a lot of worse tanks here. It's the thing. That's the problem. Same thing with the ATAC, but except the ATAC, it was lag. Because the servers are so shit, that the game just fucking lags for no reason. Like, it's just that bad. It's honestly that fucking bad. Like, you can't fucking do anything harder than that, which is fucking stupid. Like, it is actually fucking retarded. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Where, like, or an ATAC, well, an ATAC can get mined, but like when an ATAC can withstand not two, but like one 40mm shot from a light tank, which is funny because the Colonial ATAC is actually it's a wonderful thing. When the ATAC gets hit, the armor goes down first. Then it's the actual, shredding of it. God, I'm fucking tired. Even if it's only like 2:24 in the afternoon. I had too much shit. Okay, that's stuff. So, other than that, it's fine. Like, Foxhole, the only problem is Foxhole's not a bad game. But Foxhole's also not a good game. When you have five people working on this game, you know something is up. But I know a lot of people will just say Deathman bad. Deathman bad's like, I mean, is it really Deathman bad? Yes, it's actually Deathman bad. I actually had to ponder it for like 2 seconds. It's Deathman bad and game is dog shit. But the only problem is, not the only problem. There's a lot of problems, but the minute problems can actually create a bigger problem. Bias, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, there's no such thing as death bias. Because I've now played on both sides. I'm Colonial in Shard 3, but I'm Warden in Shard 1. I've played both sides. There is no bias. When people think there's bias, it's more or less like they're thinking, like it's probably like that Mandela effect. Like they think there's bias. Oh no, they affirm that it's bias, but they don't think it is a bias in general. I don't think that's a bias. People will disagree with me. I don't care. People will fucking disagree with me with every heart and soul and the cock in their mouth. That's fucking bias. I don't think it's bias. If the game is intended to have a bias, then yeah, there's bias. But it's an intentional bias. It's not Deathman bias. There's no factionalism bias. It's just the game is intended for that way. You can, if I have seen so many people say that something is dog shit, like a material or like something is dog shit, but then they don't realize that they are dog shit. I don't really care if you're a vet or not. If you are dog shit at what the fuck you claim at doing, you are actually dog shit. I don't fucking care what the fuck you say. You are fucking retarded, and you shouldn't fucking talk about anything else because hey, go fuck yourself. Uh. The thing is, I don't count myself as a vet. That's the thing. Like, sure, I've played the game for like 700 hours. I don't count myself as a vet. I do not have enough knowledge of this game to count myself as a vet. Yeah, sure, I can count myself as a vet in terms of hours, but no, I'm not a vet. If it's TF2, I am definitely a veteran. If it's PlanetSide 2, I'm definitely a veteran. There's a lot of games I'm a vet at because I have played those games to the point where I pretty much know, not pretty much, I have a knowledgeable understanding of the game and all those mechanics and other shit like that. This game I don't even understand half of it because I don't care. There's times I actively don't fucking... Yeah. My brain actively do not understand what the fuck the game is trying to fucking portray. That's the problem. When it's like that, you know it's fucked. But that's the problem. It's also when you have the game that no one understands. You need an external calculator or anything external to like do anything. Except my brain. Except I just literally I just fucking became retarded. That a lot of games do have external stuff, but not to the plan of Foxhole. Like it's not that. Then there's I've been ranting too much and I've been barely talking about Charlie. So continuing Charlie, I can rant again because this still bugs me. So in Charlie, right, when a lot of new players came in, a lot of new regiments propped up. They made this thing called private bases, private facilities. Yes, I can understand private facilities. You want to make sure that no one steals your shit, but at the same time, no one's gonna fucking steal your shit anyway. Understand this. No one's gonna steal your shit. You know who's gonna steal your shit? The fucking partisans. The partisans will steal your shit. Then there's these, what was it, private bases? Those private bases probably died when they left them alone. Because people would not supply them. Because, hey, it's a private base. We're not going to supply this. We're going to supply a public base. Which is what happened to, if not all private bases and all private facilities in, like, the first Charlie War. Where there was nothing to, like, do. Because a lot of people, this was the thing where a lot of Charlie colonials logged off because of the situation of the backlines, where the logi, not the logi, the facilities, and the private facilities and the private bases almost literally killed because you have all these wasted resources doing nothing. Like, that's the problem. You have all these wasted resources doing nothing. It's like, what are you doing this for? Like, what are you doing? Like, what? Come on, man. Just come on. I don't fucking get it. I honestly don't. I just don't get it sometimes. I honestly don't. It's just so fucking stupid. When I made this a point on the Charlie Colonial Discord that, like, private facilities are dog shit. Like, I even made this a point onto the episode where I actually did with Rue, episode 3, where, like, I complain about the facilities being private and the bases being private, like, actually being detrimental to the team. Then I contradicted myself in saying that there's no private facilities in Shard 1, but people told me that there are private facilities and private bases on. I've always known that there's private bases on Shard 1. That's a fact that I'm not gonna dispute. Private bases have always been a thing since, I think, even before I even played the game. It's just that most private bases become public bases because the clan or the people that do it are actively, supplying it, and actually they need it on the front lines. But then there's the facilities. I can see another reason why the facilities on Shard 1 will be private, because Shard 1 is more of a people. Shard 1 is where people will mostly steal anything. Unless the clan that made the facilities actively giving up resources away, which there's multiple times where the clan has, has given out free stuff. So when that happens, it's pretty good because it helps the team. But when Shard 3 does it, War 1 of Shard 3, by the way. I don't know. I haven't played War 2. I played War 2. Pretty scarcely because I pretty didn't care. War 1 is when people were really, like, stubborn and didn't want to give resources away, and then they complained that people were stealing their resources. But then they forget that it's a team game, and if you're not helping the team, you might as well not help the team in general. So when that happens, there's times I'm just kind of angry, but there's multiple times I'm just disappointed, more or less, because there's a lot of ways you can lose in Foxhole. Well, mostly nuking and not playing the game is one thing. People are not gonna play the game more. After this war, after War 100, no one's gonna play the game. No one. No veteran is gonna play the game. Like, honestly, no one's gonna play. When I mean vets actually went to Shard 3 to have fun, I am not kidding. A lot of vets, Colonial and Warden, went to Shard 3 to have fun, like to do their own thing and not be constrained to the limits of Shard 1 hierarchy and culture. Because Shard 3 had this new culture. It was pretty nice. It was pretty friendly. That's the thing. Shard 3 will still be the most fun-based Shard I have ever been in because it will always be the casual Shard. It will never be anything else. Because Shard 1 will always be the retard Shard, where a lot of vets and new players and everyone that's fucking retarded in the brain is gonna go there and play the video game. But then they realize that they're playing a video. Then they realize that it's a video game and they must stay calm. But that's gonna like happen like probably like, you know, another 2,000 hours of their life into this game. Because I've already seen people with 7,000 hours. I think I've heard people with 10,000, but those guys haven't. I don't think those guys even played anymore. If they were playing since like 2017, let's say, then yeah, you'd be playing a long time. So I knew about I keep telling people that I'm gonna reiterate my point. I knew about Foxhole from Shaq, but I'm pretty sure I heard about Foxhole a long time ago. But I definitely learned it from Shaq. Like I learned it from Shaq. Then I learned from the memes and stuff like that. Then I got into the game fully in War 82. I started in War 81. I thought I started in War 80, but I started in War 81. I fully played in War 82. I fully played War 83. I played 44, 85, 86. I didn't play 87 because my computer didn't want to function. Then I played 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. I played continuously until I stopped playing. Until a couple wars ago, like probably I stopped playing at 1.0 or I forgot which 1.0 is. Like probably like 90, 95. I don't know. It's been a while. Like I stopped counting. Like I'm just past this point now. Keep in mind that people that have been playing a long time would have an excessive burnout. But that's them accumulating over time. This is instant because of the amount of shit there is in the game. You can get burnt out fast. Sure, there's a lot of content, but there's a lot of content. That's a good and a bad thing. A lot of content for for the new players. Yeah, that's a good thing. But it's also a lot of content for the new players. What the fuck are they gonna do? What the fuck are they gonna do with this new content? There's none of that. The other reason why I think Shard 3 would be the most would be not the classic, the casual shards, because they don't have the streamer dilemma that is happening on Shard 1 all the time, because there's a lot of things associated with streamers. More or less, Batman Larry and some other streamers are like unironically. I don't think Larry's a bad person in my opinion, but like it's just that how he portrays himself is fucking retarded. And the thing is he actively lies to himself, and he actively he is actively making drama because he needs content. Like drama is content. Oh. Oh my god, I have to like scroll down, guys. There we go. Unless I do this. Huh, why is it not? Oh, it's because I don't have a scroll wheel. It's just because Foxhole in itself, it's not good. It's not a good thing to watch. Like it's actually boring to watch than to play. When you watch a Foxhole moment, it's a moment. It's not the entirety of the gameplay. Like it's boring to watch. That's why not a lot of people actually do watch Foxhole. Like people don't watch Foxhole for the gameplay. People watch Foxhole for the drama. That's why Larry gets a lot of views, or mostly his fucking simps. Is that a lot of people love the drama. That's the thing. That's why Reddit is full of idiots, like on both sides. Like it's not even like a faction thing. It's literally because both factions have idiots, and there's a lot of idiots in the sea of idiots, which is actually sad if you think about it. That this game, it's good, by the way. It's a beautiful game. It's wonderful that you can LARP as fucking anything, but it's sad that it's being brought down by pretty much pettiness. Like, it's literally just petty. Like, it's honestly sad. Like, it's sad because everything is just so fucking bad in this game that a lot of things accumulate over time and a lot of things stack, and then it's just a wash. That's why I don't feel bad for Charlie players when they say I will leave the game. It's like, yeah, good. Then because I feel bad for like, not the new players that stay, but I feel bad for the older players that were here even after Arms Race, because they stayed and to them it was a fun time. I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure it was fucking. I'm pretty sure it was still dog shit back then. But it's just. There's a lot of games that are like that. Where like, it's good for like it was good in the early days, but now it's shit. I mean, to be fair, that's every game, but the thing is that is accumulation of years of games, of multiple games. This is just one game. This is accumulation of updates. Let's see, what example can I fucking make? The game that pretty much doesn't change, but more or less, PlanetSide 2. Closest it can be to PlanetSide 1, I think, would be more or less to Foxhole. But that's the closest to Foxhole it can be. It's a game that almost didn't change since its inception, but the updates have made it better. That's the thing. Has made it better. But it's still. But the player count is not as big as it was years ago, but it's still bigger than Foxhole. To be fair, any game, any massive multiplayer game would be, or any team base, would be better than Foxhole, because if they're still playing the game, that means that game is doing something good. This, on the other hand, is more or less the persistence. It's the persistent warfare mechanic that everyone is attached to this game. That's the thing. It's the persistent mechanic. Because people like the persistence. It's like, yes, I can actually do this while something else is doing that. But it's just not gonna work. The only reason why like PlanetSide 2 is more fun is because it's an arcadey game. This is actually trying to be realistic, but it's failing a lot. Like, if I want to do persistence, I would just play Arma 3 Anti-Stasi, like literally it, or any of the resistance mods that are not better coded, but like better maintained. This is not maintained nor coded well, because this is a glass and paper mache tower that's being held on by duct tape, sweat, tears, and saliva. That's literally a lot of shit holding onto this. One small crack in the code, it's gone. Like, the game is dead. Well, not really dead, but the game is like broken for like a while. Then they had to stop playing it. Then when people stop playing, they're like, "Oh no, my Foxhole!" That's the problem. A lot of people are too engrossed in this game. Some maybe it's like the only paid game they have on their library. If it's like that, why? Just get shit on sale. Like, there's games that are like getting discounts that are on sale. Like, what's the matter? But apparently, Yeah. Oh, that was it. Because I'm not looking at reviews at Battlefield 1, at Battlefield 5. The other hackers and exploits. The Siege Camp's not even a big company, but they have a rule set that no one abides by. And when they do have mods on this game, it's fucking nothing because the mods do fuck all. And when you do find a moderator, they just outright ban you for no reason. I don't even think that was true. That's just me like fucking anticipating because that probably happened. Because I have seen gamers in other games annoy moderators to the point where they do get banned because they're annoying them too much, either with questions or something stupid. Because if you were in their shoes, you would be doing the same thing. It's just a lot of. It's just they don't really. Siege Camp probably made more than enough money on the sale of Foxhole during 1.0, but at the same time, it's not even enough because the people that watch the trailers, like from GameSpot, game trailers, or even like from their own, not a lot of people are gonna play it. Sure, they bought the game, but they're not gonna play it. Like they probably like, or they saw the trailer, they were like, it's not my cup of tea. Then you're just utterly screwed. Simple. It's just sad because I just had this moment of silence. There's just no point. Let's give a moment of silence for the people that are, stuck playing this fucking game for like the rest of their life. Oh, okay, it's done because we don't care. You know why? Because there are other better games to fucking play, like Battlefield 1. Anyways, I think that's just been an hour of me fucking ranting. I'm gonna talk about fucking Charlie shit. But I think I'm just gonna name it. I think when I post the VOD event, I think I'm just gonna call it Lenny Rants. Episode 7, Lenny Rant. That's pretty good because it's pretty nice. Anyways, it's been an hour. I guess it's fine because I'm like the only one. This is a solo cast, so it looks like I'll be seeing you guys next month. Don't know what topic's gonna be next month, but it's gonna be next month. See y'all later.